I'm Courtney Cole, and we are bringing you breaking news right now out of Cambridge. What you're getting a look at here, this is Memorial Drive in Cambridge, where police are investigating a shooting. Now, we're still working to confirm exactly what is happening here, but actually just moments ago into our newsroom, Cambridge PD explained that around 1:30 this afternoon, Cambridge Emergency Communications, they received 911 calls reporting gunshots on Memorial Drive. So what you're seeing here is police responding to that call. This is near the intersection of River Street, if you're trying to place where this is. This is still an active scene, as you can see here. There are police on scene. Each end of this road here is blocked off so that there is no incoming or outgoing traffic anymore. What I can tell you, moments before we came to you here live, there was EMS moving in with an empty stretcher, so they could be responding in some way in a medical capacity. But right now we are all still working to learn what is happening so we can bring that information to you live here on CBS News Boston. A man who was sitting in a parking lot nearby actually spoke with our Louisa Moeller. He told her that he heard what he thinks are between 20 and 30 gunshots. So you can imagine just how alarming that was to be sitting nearby, hearing that and trying to figure out exactly what is going on. We also spoke with another business in that area who said it is an active scene, but he hasn't been told to close or shelter in place. And this falls in line with what Cambridge police said in their latest alert to our newsroom, that there is no active threat right now. And Cambridge PD also saying there's no ongoing danger to the public. So although this is an active scene and authorities are working to figure out what is going on, there appears, at least from what police are telling us, to be no ongoing danger to the public. And again, we want to help you place exactly where this is. If you're watching and you're like, this looks familiar, where is this? Could this impact me getting back to work or leaving? This is the 800 block of Memorial Drive. We're actually moving in closer to the scene. You can see EMS there. They were walking out with a stretcher. We weren't able to tell there from our vantage point if there was potentially a victim on that stretcher there, but this means that there is response not only from police but also from EMS. If you know the area, this is right across from the Charles River from the DoubleTree Hotel. And it's also near the intersection of Cambridge and River Streets. Now, we do have WBZ's Louisa Moeller on the scene right now with a photojournalist, so they are actively working to learn more about what is happening here. But if you live in the area, if you have loved ones in the area, if you happen to be in the area like the man that we spoke to who is in the parking lot nearby, hearing what he believed to have been gunshots, trying to figure out what was going on, we are bringing this to you so that you have a better idea of why you are seeing police officers, why you were seeing this scene in your area. If you were just tuning in, we're actually now giving you a map of this breaking news that we are following here in Cambridge on Memorial Drive. Cambridge PD telling us that this is a shooting, but we're still trying to confirm the circumstances that led up to the shooting, how many people are potentially involved. But we just want to give you an idea of where all of this is happening, as this is still early in the investigation. Cambridge PD telling us that calls came in about a report of gunshots just around 1:30, so not too long from right now, still very early in the investigation. All of this happening near River Street. And again, we just want you, as you're taking a look here at this video, you can see that it is an active scene. You have police and investigators walking the area of what looks like it is the scene, trying to put the pieces together of what happened, likely speaking to witnesses. We did also hear from a man who was in a parking lot nearby, spoke to our Louisa Moeller, who was boots on the ground there with a photojournalist. They're working to gather more information as well, but he believed that he heard between 20 and 30 gunshots. There's also a business in the area. They also describe that it is an active scene, as we are seeing here from above on Sky Eye, but they haven't been told to close or shelter in place. So I think that this also speaks to potentially the nature of what happened. Although we don't know the details just yet, police Police are saying that there is no ongoing danger to the public. We actually want to get you to one of our crews right now who is on the ground. WBZ's Kristina Rex can tell us more about what she is seeing on the ground. Kristina.
Courtney, I just spoke to a woman who lives on the 10th floor here along Memorial Drive. She said she was on her balcony when she heard several gunshots. She described them as unusual gunshots in that they were very quick, happened in rapid succession. Just want to show you what's going on behind me. I can confirm there's at least a dozen police cruisers here, more like 20 plus, most of them state police here on the scene. You can see our photojournalist Tom McNamee is showing you here. You see some Cambridge police officers, many state troopers on the scene. Boston EMS is here as well. We did just see EMS workers wheel a stretcher in the direction of the scene where you're seeing now and then wheel it away back into an ambulance with nobody on it. We don't know what that means necessarily. Again, a witness told me that she heard from her 10th floor balcony several gunshots in rapid succession. The other thing we witnessed, which you can't see from the vantage point we're at right now because we're being held back a distance for safety reasons, but the other thing we saw is that there is a black car that appears to be one of the subjects of this investigation. It's kind of pulled up on the curb on Memorial Drive, like half the tires on the curb, the other half in the road, and that seems to be where the police cruisers are centered around that car right now, working to learn more information about exactly the role that car plays in this investigation that's going on right now. Again, we got here only about 5 minutes ago, so I can only tell you what I'm seeing live, and that is about more than 20 police cruisers here on the scene. They have the bridge here coming over from Sturrow Drive to Memorial Drive shut down, like Courtney mentioned, right across from the DoubleTree on the Boston side. We're on the Cambridge side of very busy Memorial Drive, which right now is closed down. When we got here just a couple minutes ago, police were actually taping off the crime scene and had us move backwards. If you're familiar with this area, this is the corner where there's a Gulf, and a mobile station right across from one another, forgive me again, a Shell station and a mobile station right across the street from one another. That's really the intersection where we are right now. Police have the crime scene taped off right around where the mobile station is, going in the direction of Boston on the Cambridge side of the Charles River. Again, police have said there's no ongoing threat to the public, and it doesn't seem in this scenario like they are concerned about a threat to the public because they did tape off the crime scene and ask us to just move back. But there are several people in the area who either live nearby or were traveling nearby who have stopped and are kind of taking this in, and police have not asked anybody to leave the area. So their behavior is implying there's no concern about an ongoing threat. Many people here kind of watching the scene unfold. We're working to learn any information we can, still talking with witnesses. Just want to repeat again in case anybody's just tuning in. As soon as I got here about 5 minutes ago, I spoke with a woman who lives in a 10th floor apartment here on Memorial Drive, and she said she heard several gunshots in rapid succession, which prompted her to come downstairs and find out what's going on. So everybody working to learn some more information. We'll bring you everything we can on air and online. Courtney?